So we just talked about the color overlay that puts a color on whatever layer you're on. The gradient overlay works the same way, except for there's a gradient involved. It goes from one color to another. You can change the opacity up here if you wanted to make it a little bit see-through to bring back some of the color underneath. Or if you wanted the full black and white gradient that it has, you can bring it all the way up to 100. You can change the angle, you can change the style. Right now it goes from light to dark in a line. You can go radial, which will go dark in the middle to light outside. Reflected, angle, so on. So there's various styles to deal with. I'm going to stick with linear. If you want to change the color, go to gradient, click on here. There's a lot of preset different things you can choose from. A lot of them are really hokey, really bright colors, probably not the best options. So you can choose your own color. What you do is you come down here on the bottom square, not the top one. On the bottom one, click that. Down here at the bottom it says color. You can change this to whatever color you want it to be. And then what it's going to fade to, you go down to the other box. Same thing, click that box, click color, and it can be whatever. I'm just going to choose not very good colors either. Well, how about this? Okay, whatever. So that's how you can change the colors. Click OK, and now you can see that it changed from black and white to that color. Alright, pattern overlay basically just puts a pattern on your layer. This one's kind of hokey too, doesn't have a bunch of options. I don't use this a whole lot, but can you play around with that if you want. Outer glow puts in an inner glow, put the glow on the inside of all the lines. All the edges, and the outer glow will put it on the outside. So it works the exact same way. If we want to increase the size, the spread, which is basically how sharp the edges are. If you want it really sharp, almost like if you wanted it like that, you might as well just do a stroke. But if you want it to look more like a glow, you want it on the softer edge and more of a size. You can change the color if you want as well. If you want a darker color, and you can see it kind of goes away, that's because your blend mode is on screen, and I'll talk about blend modes later on. But if you go to the top at normal, it'll bring back the color. So that's always a good thing. If for some reason you change the color and it all of a sudden disappears, just go up to the blend mode and put normal and it should come back. And the final one is drop shadow. I do like this one a lot. I'm going to increase the size so you see what's going on here. Or no, increase the distance. So it's creating a shadow, almost like the sun was up in the top right corner, casting a shadow. You can move it farther away or closer together. And it kind of looks like the letters are now floating on top of the page, which is kind of a cool effect. You can increase the size, the spread, which would be the harshness of the outside. So I like that one a lot as well. You can change the colors. So my favorites are the drop shadow, outer glow, bevel and emboss, change that so you remember what it is, stroke, inner shadow, and inner glow. So I don't do a whole lot with these four right here, but the other ones are really great. Play around with these. Add some to your magazine. They could make a really cool title. You can see the difference between plain text and text with all the layer effects. And also remember, you can hold down Alt and click your FX and drag it to something else, and it'll copy all those same effects onto something else. So you can see I went from text and I put it onto this actual picture, and it did the same thing.